Hey, Coach Cruisers. Well, welcome back to Coach Cruise. I'm your host, Brad. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the Cheers package, which I know for some is a consideration. Some people swear by it. Some people say, oh, you know what, it's just too expensive. So we're going to try to help you decide, if it's worth it. And if it is worth it, how to maximize the Cheers package so you make sure it is worth the money. Okay, so we'll get into that right after this.
I just can't get away from a good time.
All right, everybody. Well, welcome back to the Coach Cruise Show. I'm your host, Brad. And again, we're going to be talking about specifically the Cheers package, although it could be applied to other drink packages with other cruise lines as well, in many of the cases that we'll talk about today. If you decide that the Cheers package is for you, or a drink package on another cruise line, you're going to get some tips today that I hope will make you say, you know what, those are some pretty good tips. I'm going to hit the subscribe button and like button so I can get more tips like this to maximize my cruise experience in the future, and we'd appreciate that. We're still a young station, only about a year and a half old, but we are approaching 3,000 subscribers already, so many people out there love the content. I hope you love the content today as well. So let's get into it. Now, again, we're going to use the Cheers package as our example today. So let's talk about it. How much does it cost? I can tell you almost exactly how much it costs. We're going to use a 7-day cruise, for example. I'll be going on the Carnival celebration in June, and the friend that is going with me, we split the cost of the Cheers package, and it came out to $495 per person. So you're looking at just under $1,000 for two people for a 7-day cruise. Now, that ends up being a little over $70 a day. Now, you may be saying to yourself, like, wow, that's a lot of money to spend on alcohol. But when you break it down by drinks, your average mixed drink after gratuities is going to cost you roughly $12. So what do you need to, beat the system, so to speak? You would need about 6 drinks containing alcohol to get your money back, or the amount of money that you're spending on average per day. Now, here's some of the things that people don't know. The first time I bought the Cheers package way back when, I knew you got 15 drinks, but I thought that's what you got, was 15 drinks. So for example, if I went and got a Coke or something like that, I thought that was going to count with one of my 15 drinks. Thankfully, I found out early in the cruise that was not the case. You get 15 drinks containing alcohol, but you get an unlimited number of drinks that don't contain alcohol. So for example, they always have a gourmet cafe on the Carnival ships, as well as every other cruise line, and they usually charge extra for those gourmet coffees. Okay, it's roughly around $4 a cup in most cases. Those are all included. So you could drink 100 coffees a day. That would be included under your Cheers package. So if you only have, let's say 5 drinks under Carnival, but you have, a couple gourmet coffees, you get some water, which we'll talk more about in just a minute, you get a couple Gatorades, something like that, then you are going to reach the territory that you want to be in, and that's where you're saving money. Now let's speak about water quickly. And one other thing, milkshakes. Some people don't know how to get big bottles of water. Now, this obviously is not the bottle of water that you get on Carnival cruise ships, but you get a bottle of water that's actually even bigger than this. But where can you get these? You can get these in the main dining room. Okay, that's the only place that they will give it to you under your Cheers package. All right. Now, sometimes I've had some luck getting it into specialty dining restaurants, but sometimes they say no. But you can always get it in the main dining room. What we like to do is right away when we get in there, we say, hey, can we get 2 big bottles of water? because whoever you're sharing your room with, if they're over 21, they will also have the Cheers package. So usually they're very accommodating. Now, the reason they give you those in the main dining room and not anywhere else is it's because, if you want to drink water, while you're dining, well, then you would technically need those bottles of water if you just didn't want the tap water that they bring to the tables. So that's why they give them to you there. Now, not a lot of times, but several times, we've also said at the end of the meal, hey, we'd like another 2 bottles of water, and they'll bring it to us. Sometimes they'll want to open the cap just to, open it, but who cares? It's water. It's not like it's going to go flat or anything like that. So that's a big tip, because those big bottles of water are roughly around $4 each. So again, if you add that on to your drink total package, again, you could be going way over the $70 amount. Another thing that's good about the Cheers package is it's paid off in advance, right? So a lot of people, they just cringe and don't want to see their bill at the end of the cruise that don't purchase the Cheers package, because even if you're getting only 5 drinks a day, that's $60 a day, right? And then you have a second person, let's say they're spending $60 a day. Well, that's 120, and then times 7, and then you're adding your gratuities and everything in there, and it's just a big added expense at the end of the cruise. Now, obviously, you're paying for it in advance if you purchase the Cheers package, but you don't get that sticker shock at the end of the cruise, like, oh my God, look how much money we have to pay. So that's one of the things that I like. I like to get that shock out of the way early by paying for it in advance. Now, milkshakes are something else that you can get. The same place you get your gourmet coffees, they'll make ice cream, milkshakes for you. They have a bourbon milkshake, for example, that you can get, and that can be included, and that's covered under your Cheers package. Or you can just get regular milkshakes. You can order 2-3 milkshakes if you'd like, for dessert, with whipped cream and cherries and all that other good stuff on there. And if that's a dessert that you like, those are covered. One thing that is not covered that you would think would be, if you go in the main dining room, they have some blended juice drinks. They might have kale and apples and celery and cucumber and all that stuff blended into it. That is not covered. You think it would be because it's a liquid form, but they call that a food, so you have to pay extra for that. You also have to pay extra for any drinks that are over $20. And it has to be a single drink. So for example, obviously a bucket of beer or something like that is not going to be covered under the Cheers package. One word of note for you big drinkers out there, speaking of the bucket of beer, you only get 15 drinks containing alcohol in the course of a day. But let's say, you still have a couple hours left in the evening, and you're on drink number 14. Well, make sure you don't get that 15th drink if you plan on continuing to drink. One of the ways to get around getting cut off is purchasing something that is not covered under the Cheers package. So for example, when you're on drink 14, if you were to buy a bucket of beer, you're getting obviously 5 drinks within that bucket, and it doesn't count as your 15th drink, so to speak. Or if it did, it would only count as one. I got to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't count against it. Also, the towers of beer and things like that, those aren't covered under the Cheers package. So if you were to purchase one of those, they can't count it as your 15th drink. And that's just a couple ways, again. So if you start drinking early and you're just, spacing your drinks out on a sea day or something like that, it does happen where you hit your 15 early and you're just like, I still want to enjoy myself, have a couple more drinks. So that's one way that you can get around that. All right, now how do you maximize your package? I spoke of the water already. I gave you some things that people didn't realize, like obviously the water, the milkshakes. Now here's another thing, port days. Some people say, well, you know what, on a sea day, I can get the drinks and I can make it worth, the amount I drink. But then when I go to port, we're not going to get back onto the ship till late. I'll take a nap, I'll shower up, I'll go to dinner, and I haven't even had one drink. And we got 4 port days, so it's not going to be worth it. Well, let's say you're going to the beach and you see a lot of people doing this. whether they're in the pool or they're going to port. You don't see a lot of people doing what I'm about to tell you. But let's say you take a thermos like this, right? You're getting off the ship at, say, 9 a.m. One of the bars that is open is the Atrium Lobby Bar on Carnival. You can go there, and let's say you sit there for 15 minutes. You could order 3 drinks. Guess what? You could pour it in something like this if you're going to the beach, and now you have 3 drinks in your thermos. Whoever you're with, if they bring a thermos, they've got 3 drinks. So now, rather than spending your money on the beach, purchasing your drinks, well, you have 3 or so drinks each in this little thermos that might last you the entire day at the beach, right? So now you've already gotten 3 drinks under your belt. And then if you get back on the ship, you have 4 or 5 drinks, the rest of the day. Again, you've more than covered that $70 a day that you're going to be charged for the Cheers package. So that is another way to maximize your Cheers package or your drink package. If it's on another ship, you could do the same thing. Now, here's a big one. And again, this is why you hit that subscribe button so you can get more tips like this in the future. How can you save $100 on the Cheers package? Well, I've said this on other episodes, but this is one of the things that you could use it for. If you go to AARP, and again, you don't have to be a certain age or anything like that. You could sign up for AARP, become a member. It's like $10 a year or something like that. It's very affordable. And sometimes they even give you a free gift on top of it. Now, once you become a member, it gives you access to purchase gift cards at a discounted rate. And you can purchase, they just recently changed this. It used to be 5 a month. Now with Carnival, you can buy 25 gift cards a month and denominations of either $100 or $500. So if you purchase just 2 $500 gift cards, they will charge you $450 for each of those gift cards. So you're getting, for paying $900, you're getting $1,000 worth of Carnival gift cards, which again, that's going to save you $100 off your Cheers package. If you're going on a 7-day cruise, it's going to cost you just under $1,000. So boom, you automatically just saved $100. And with that $100, what do you know? Maybe you go somewhere like the steakhouse, which is $48 per person. And you can just think about it like, hey, Coach just bought us a steakhouse meal by giving us this tip, and you're welcome. And all I ask is that you hit subscribe and a like button, right? So that's about all I have for you today. I do enjoy the Cheers package. I like the freedom of going anywhere on the ship and being able to get a drink. Granted, when you first pay that bill, when you purchase the Cheers package, $1,000, or if you're going on a cruise longer than 7 days, even more, it kind of gives you a little smack in the face. But once you're on the ship and you're enjoying the drinks and everything, you don't think about it so much. And it's a pretty good deal. So I hope this video helped you make a determination of whether you would purchase the Cheers package or not, whether the ideas I gave you to maximize the Cheers package were helpful and may make you lean towards purchasing the Cheers package, and maybe they didn't. In the comments, if there's some other way to maximize the Cheers package that I left out, or if you did learn something or just want to make any comment in general, if this helped you out, I would appreciate it very much. And that's all I have for you today, everyone. So happy cruising, and we'll talk to you soon.
Do such an awesome job.
Oh, sure.
And secondly, and this one is huge, like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you know when this man is posting more videos.
I appreciate that you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lee.
I just can't get away from a good time.